Hello, QCRunner for QCRunner Games. Back again to give a bit of a recap and a revisit after the Hot Fuss event. Done a couple things since the last video. Going to fill you in on the idea that I came up with. You've seen it in the last video. What I'm going to try to do here for a little bit. All right, so let's fill you in on what I've done since the event, quote unquote, ended. As you recall, I was hurrying to get everything done by the time the event time was up. As it turned out, I think I mentioned something earlier that there's going to be 3 more days of something like the donkey showing up. Turns out there was 3 more days of the ability to watch commercials and spend diamonds to get more cards to finish more completions, or more collections, sorry. So with that, I ended up, watching a lot of commercials. Didn't spend any more diamonds, but was able to get a few more collections and got a couple things, including specifically, let's see where we can find it. Unfortunately, I already put it on somebody, so there, the armor rune. So as you can see, we got the shiny on the weapon and shiny on the armor. There's one. I'll fill you in on everything that I'm showing you here in a minute. We got 2 there. We got Archer, and we have Mage. So we have all 6 runes. Kind of lucked into that. It was the first, if you remember, the first 3 collection types were the tank rune, and the very first one of those I completed and opened contained the rune. Got a screenshot of that, but I'm not going to spend time editing that in there. You guys know what it looked like, so super psyched about that. So I ended up getting all 6, and my goal was to wait until we recorded a video, so I could show everybody where our squad power was going to go with that. I did add the artifact because I got the artifact and started a djembe run, and then stopped because I was doing something else, and tested out what some of the runes looked like on my squad, and got up to like 2.8 something, but didn't actually enter anything. So I don't believe that actually registered as a 2.8 for my historical power, which is key to where I'm going with this idea, which I'm going to have somebody in my clan check to make sure my squad power is where I think it is, my historical squad power. So I went back to the djembe run and ended up being on like level 15, 16, as you saw in the last video, maybe 17. I was like, oh, this is actually going pretty well. So I went back, removed all my runes, put my squad back to where it was when I entered the djembe, and finished and got to 19. And as you saw, I got squashed on number 20 there, but still completed 19. If I can get a team that can run those kind of levels consistently, it's going to allow for a lot of progress with the gems, which is what I need with this account. So given that, my current line of thinking is to try a slightly modified djembe run with this for a little while. Unfortunately, that will end up hurting my arena ability, but I'm okay with that as long as we can farm the djembe fairly successfully, and I'm still on the fence if that's actually going to be the case. So real high level, I don't remember if I mentioned it or not. I'm far from an expert, but the way to succeed at djembe is to keep your historical power low. So you can see my current level of power is 2.7 million. It keeps track of whatever your highest level is. So if I would have entered at something else at 2.8, then my historical power would be 2.8, even if I'm currently at 2.7. And the way to check is to have somebody in your clan jump in and check your squad power, and they'll see the number on yours, which is your highest that you've ever entered. An arena battle, a djembe battle, there's like 1 or 2 others as well that registers it. So that is the number you want to try to control. To do a true djembe run, you shouldn't do anything like I'm doing here, because I'm already way past that. But so what I'm trying to do is keep my power at 2.7, even though I could get much higher right now. I don't know how much higher, but I could certainly get higher. So I'm going to try to keep it at 2.7 and make my squad more powerful. Now, key people in the squad more powerful. So my tank in the front, my archer in the back. While increasing the strength of those guys, I'm going to have to limit the power of some of the other guys. And as you saw, as we were kind of going through that, I got some some funky things going on if you're not familiar with the djembe build. So here's what we have right now. So Julie, we had the tank rune on her before. She's now fully purple gems. I think they're all low level. I don't think I've powered any of them yet, which I'll discuss that in a moment as well. So we had that same as before, but now we also have the rune on the armor, which is allowing this armor and this weapon we're allowing restoring, which is one of the reasons that she is so powerful. But now there's also a 17% chance of restoring allies' health. So as you can see, I have multiple ways of restoring my team's power, which is also a very important thing for djembe. So I'm kind of thinking through things as I'm talking here, so I might pause off and on. Read a couple things before about purple and orange shards being really not shards, sorry, gems being the only you should insert. Obviously, I got blue. I even saw some greens. Going back and forth on that. I had to limit Julie's power a little bit because it was a little too high and it was causing me to go over. So I ended up swapping out. I think I had this necklace. It was a spell power. One of my non-mages had a spell power one, and it could be this one. So I swapped it out because it's better, and it also allowed me to limit my power, which I wanted to. And there's no inserts. I'm not putting inserts in until I have a reason to do it. I actually have some extras, as you'll see in a little bit. Yeah. Again, still thinking through everything here. Dodge is very important. Crit is very important. Restoration for sure is important. So my key people need that. This look we got, yeah, whatever. It's obviously a major one, but okay. So that's what we have there. We got backstab. I don't know if this is the best person for backstabbing and what we're going for here. We have Evan. Didn't really touch it. The one thing I did do, I removed this green. I had to pay some diamonds. I think it was like 5. Whoop-de-doo. To remove it. It was green, and this allowed me to lower my power, which I needed again. Got more purples going. I actually, since our last video, I was able to merge 2 to 4. I think it was 2 to 3 or 4, to be honest. Could have been 2, I guess, but blues to purples. So I got a few more purples. Plus, I got a few more in my bag, and that's what I keep referencing. I'm going to go back to that. So we're certainly getting up on the purples. I even leveled up a couple purples, or one, to see what it would do. And the main thing it did is use all my dust. So not sure if that's really important at this point, considering I'm not trying to power up my team. I really need to get to the oranges, so don't have any of those yet. Anyway, so obviously Julie, key number 1 here. Evan's doing his thing. So Aaliyah, our archer, I have this all purples. We got attack and crit going. Plus, she's doing attack to group, which is important. But then also added the rune to the armor here as well, which is increasing dodge for the entire team. I think that is important. I mean, 50%. So 30% increase your own dodge by 50% and allies dodge rate by 50%. So my team also gets better dodge. So I think that is good. I think that's actually really good, which is why I have this one going as well. Obviously we got 300, 300, 300. So we got these crits. This is one of the ones I went up to purple instead of blue. So we got these we need to work up as well. Okay. The restore. So we have the restore from our tank. We have restore here. This is restore mage. So we're keeping this one going. I didn't make any adjustments here. This, I'm going back and forth on where I should have the mage armor or mage rune. The big thing about this one is when this fighter goes down, and it will summon a minion who will heal 9870. And when the minion dies, restores health in all allies by 9870. So it's a lot more group healing again. Again, that is kind of the goal of where I'm going with this is restoration without having to do tons of work. Plus we have, is it this one? Not this one, but occasionally the snail will do a restore. We have the new wave doing a restore, so we're getting our strength built back. So, and in order to limit my power, I had to remove this ring. So Anthony's power is down, which it did not affect our stun ability because this was 2 plus 2.2 before, so we're getting 4.2 seconds of stun pretty much at the beginning of every battle, which is huge. I do realize that recognize that a lot of people have this. This is actually in the arena store right now. It's not a ball weapon like this. It's actually a wand weapon, but regardless, it's the same thing, and it's giving people the ability to buy this weapon. So plus a lot of people had it before and they have it now. I read something today that it's a little bit dated and not everybody's running it anymore, which is weird because there's a lot of the top 10, top 20 people, whatever, using this weapon. So not sure what that person was talking about. Just a Reddit comment, and you know about Reddit. So again, trying to I could work on leveling up some of these gems, but again, that's something I'm going to hold back on for a little while. I'm going to try to level up my gems in the background, not insert them, as I work on keeping my historical power at 2.7. So whenever I decide to move up, then I can start inserting some of these again. So those are the three. So Ken was severely decimated because I had to lower my power. So I had to take the ring off. I had to take the amulet off. I took his legendary armor off, and I took his legendary resurrection weapon away. So Ken's really not doing anything other than lowering our squad power. Plus he has this, so he is doing the healing. So he's getting, actually, look at the stats at the end, he's giving a lot of restore. So gives him a minor res, and then this restore wave comes through, pops him back up. So with all of that, that puts us at our 2.7 historical power. Did some fighting in the arena today, and I noticed that everybody is over 3 million. I did a couple, and there's only just a very small handful. So I'm back down to near the bottom. Again, with this build that I'm running right now, I'm not going to be that successful anyway, considering that's not what my goal is. And you can't really be successful in the arena and successful in Djembe. You can be somewhat successful in both, which is where I was before. So yeah, I'm going to try out the Djembe build a little bit, see how it goes. If it's not, then I'll just go back to just max powering my squad and see where it takes me. But with the goal of that is I was going to show you the story here, but I can't because we got a Djembe running, which we'll actually do that in the end of this video. We'll get back to that in a moment. So where I am, all the runes are installed. As you can see here, I have 4 purple shards. I believe I got all these from the last event. I got a few more that I built or merged, but I'm pretty sure those are installed already. I had a couple of blues that were maxed out, and I'm down to 1. I got 1 crit, so I think I also have a crit weapon that's maxed out, so we'll merge those two. But again, not doing that right now because that's going to increase my power, and that's not something I'm looking for. So the goal will be to probably just merge blues offline, not on anybody, into purples, depending how long this goes. If this is successful and it goes, I'm just going to take it for a long time and get as many purples as I possibly can, get as many scrolls as I can. As you see, I got my first orange scroll ever, 100% success rate. That will be saved for a purple to purple merge to get to orange, or red, sorry, not orange. Got another blue again, which just came. That's great. Got a few of these. So if you do a blue to blue to go to a purple, it's 50%. So then you add the 30, I guess it's 80. I've gotten quite a few in a row, so unfortunately I'm due for a failure, which I'm really not looking forward to because that's so much dust that's wasted. So yeah, the goal will be to be building these offline as I can, as I have the dust, as I have the coins, and the more successful I am in Djembe, the more dust I get, plus the more gems I get as well. So I do have another purple to buy, and I'm extremely close to getting another. I'd have to do all 3 runs, and it all have to be highly successful. And that's going to make this video way too long, so won't be doing that. We will quickly run through this since we got premium going, and this should be quick. I'm just going to start blasting through while I finish talking. So I noticed. So now with this run, we got full on freeze spells. my very last run that I did, I've done a handful. I don't know if I've done it with my exact build I got here. Um, I've gotten to like level 12 without even, I think one of them I even did 13 without having to use a free spell, which I was around 10 or so. So that's kind of why I had this thought of maybe I need to go towards Djembe and see if I can just go crazy here. If I can get to 19 more often, which I did the one in the video before, and then I just did it again, I don't know, in the last day or two. That gives me a lot more tokens. It gives me a better chance at getting orange dust. It gives me a better chance of getting the orange scroll and the blue scroll. So, for the interest of taking this team and getting as high as possible, I think that's what I need to do. I mean, this isn't tons different than before, but these first 10, other than like I said last time, which there was a really funky person I fought that kicked my butt. Um, with that wave going through and my snail occasionally giving me restore and my tank occasionally giving team restore, my mage is not giving me the restore because that requires him to be killed. So that one at this point is not being fired off in any of these, but with all those restores going, it's keeping my strength right near the top. My full power. Oh man, not this internet problem again. There we go. So it makes it a lot easier to show these in the videos because I can just blast through everything, especially these early stages when nothing matters, much more quickly in the video. So once I get to 10 to 12, I'll start paying a little more attention. All right, quick drink break. Excuse me. All right, so the way I usually do this is I'm watching my power up top. Once it drops below 500, or if it's quickly dropping, that's when I decide I need to intervene and throw out a free spell or whatever. Because every single run seems like to reset the timer, and my stun mage fires off his stun. So literally 4 seconds at the beginning of every fight. Since I'm on double speed, it's 2 seconds, I guess, but 4 seconds of fighting mode, they're stunned. As I see a lot of the people I'm fighting do the same thing, but given that, I can do a lot of damage before they even think about doing much. And then the wave comes through and some other restore comes through, so my team's constantly healing itself. So here we are, we're at 10, so things start to get a little bit more. I need to start watching. So now we're dropping wake. All right, we're going to fire one off. I didn't really want to, but restore. Okay, I didn't know if any of my guys were knocked out. So that was unfortunate. We lost that heal. We needed that. So I'm at 2.7. This guy's at 2.4. It really just depends on what they're running. If they're running something that has a high chance of kicking my butt, then it does it. If it's somebody that doesn't and it takes a while to kill, it's great actually because it allows me to heal myself. Like that one, we got back up to 479. Again, we just missed the wave. So now we're at 12. I'm going to add this in here so I stop getting that warning. I think 13 is the highest I've gotten without doing any. We did one here. So this one I might, if depending how bad my opponent is, I might not need to do it, but I probably will. 37, 38, 394. Oh man. See, if I wait too long, I'm going to put myself in a very bad way, which I just did right there. Okay. But the wave came through. We got lots of restores going. Got back up to 5.2, but then he knocked me way down. They must be doing like a group damage there because that was some painful stuff. So the goal every single time is to get at least to 15 because that gives me not the most tokens. It gives me tokens. It gives me a chance at an orange scroll. I'm going to fire it off here. I'm not going to put myself in a bad way just to limit. Oh, this guy's kicking my butt. These dragons, every time that dragon just really smokes me. Whew. This is... Oh my goodness, that was a bad one. A dragon does so much damage. So yeah, to get to this one, this gives me another 150 tokens, plus it gives me a chance at this orange, which is huge. It's something, and a violet as well for that matter. My goal is to for sure take as many of those as possible when we start merging to our red gems. Or is it orange? I think they're red. They look red to me. So we're at the point now where the people I'm fighting are stronger and they're certainly doing some damage, so I need to get the freeze going. So I wait, we're stunned, and now we throw out the freeze. We can usually get through them. So now I just kind of monitor depending on what they do to me. if I need to do another, which I probably should have. Oh, I got that was one of the ones where it's actually okay not to, because I get the full restore of my power going. If it's taking a long time and they're not doing the damage, my team just gets stronger and stronger. All right, so from here on out, everything is 200 plus tokens. So this allows you, I think that I'm at 750 now. I'm either 550 or 750 now. So I get 200 plus 200 plus 200. I think it's 550. So if I can, clear 2 more, I'm up to 950, and I need 11,000 to get another purple. So for sure, it's worth it. It makes everything go a whole lot quicker. We're going to throw there 2. We're not strong enough. So this is why I'm kind of questioning whether to go this way or not, because I've had times, depending on who I'm fighting, where I've gotten to this point anyway before I tried to do this, funky build that I'm doing. So I'm not positive that this is buying me anything. The one thing it is buying me is making me weaker in the arena, which is not great. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh. All right, freeze now. Throw one more freeze out in a moment, maybe, if we need to. Yeah, we do. See here, we got these tanks that I got to freeze again. These tanks, if everybody having this restore, it's just making everything really tough. And if they pop up with Ankh, which they did, we are in big trouble. We might be done. Oh, I do that every time. I missed a button. I hit it about 20 times. That hurt. I don't know how often I've gotten to the end and I'm not paying attention, and I have a chance to add the Ankh spell to restore everybody, and I forget. That time I was hitting it over and over and over, but I think I didn't actually hit it. I think I missed it. But look, I'm at 2.3, or actually I was at 2.7, I guess, fighting 3.5, so way stronger. But with those free spells, it gives you a chance. I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to keep that one. I'm not winning this one anyway. Let these guys destroy me. I'll have the last 3 and let them get destroyed. Oops, I fired. I meant to hit my restore on my team, and they hit the free spell, so I wasted it anyway for no reason whatsoever. And I didn't restore the people either. Whatever. So that's where we're at. So 17, I don't know, I think I was getting closer to 15. So I don't know, I'm still back and forth if it's worth it. So here we go. So I got 950. I might get an orange. Obviously, I've gotten one now in what? I don't even know how many I've done. I've done tons and tons and tons. I've only gotten one orange. I don't know if I've ever gotten a purple. I've gotten a couple blues, so very low likelihood of me getting any of those. The whole point of me finishing that was so that I can get to buy another purple shard here, because we are over 11,000. As a matter of fact, we're very close to buying 2. So let's open and see what we have here. Saw some orange stuff. All right, orange dust, good. Very good, of course. And 950 Kraken tokens. Clan War. Hey, look at that. Let's see how QC did in this clan war. Sometimes they carry the team, sometimes they don't need me. Quite often they don't need me. I took a low one here, so they probably don't even need me. I'm almost always bringing up the anchor, giving my squad power. Let's see what the next one's going to be. 89, yeah, they didn't need me. All right, so my need was unneeded. Pretty much, I was for the longest time the highest squad power here. I no longer am. Somebody else has passed me, and he has the ability to go way, way past me because he's way stronger. I need to stop doing that because I keep getting distracted. So yeah, pretty much whenever, me or one of the other guys that's more powerful jumps in there, other people just jump where we are just so they can get the points. So there we are, 18,000 Kraken tokens. We need to get to 22 to get 2. So what is that, 3,660? So that would be, if I can get like a level 19 run, that would be 3 of them, but that's not going to happen. 2 hours, so 3,000, so probably 4 more runs. Since I have premium, I'm certainly taking advantage of those two free ones every time. And with not much going on, I can also get that third one for 250,000 food. So add, okay, go. Same thing I've done before, where I basically get them all going, put it on pause, And I go back and start getting my spells going. Again, with premium, you can build lots of good stuff here, so we can hold up to 18. So I just fully max out every time as long as we have enough purple goo, which looks like we should be good. So that means I'll do this other free run tonight. By tomorrow morning, I should have enough of the free spells back so I can try it again for food in the morning and see where it takes us. So let's wrap things up here by going into the store, not you. Oh man, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm sure you guys are all shouting at me when I did it. I needed to go to the store to buy my... Alright, we'll save that for another time. Well, the good news is we'll be able to buy 2 next time since I will finish this. And by the next time I record a video, I'll probably have a few more thousand Kraken tokens, which will be enough to buy me 2 more purples. So right now we have 2 spell powers, an armor, and a crit. The crit is huge. I want to get that installed somewhere, but again, we're going with keep squad power low for now, historical power low. Run it a few more times. I'm not sold that it's helping, that I'm overly productive. But a couple other things I could look at and test over the coming days is, get these. There's the crit. I could get that crit, switch to a purple, or that one. I don't know about the other spell power. I don't know that I need to level spell power on this one, which I could. Oh, they don't have it. Yeah. I can't do it here because he'd be too strong. Anything I do is going to make people strong, so... Yeah. I'm not sure what I do. But anyway, I can still continue to collect the purple gems. And that's certainly what I'm going to be doing, so... Alright, with that, we will wrap it up, I believe. Let me take a quick look and see if there's anything here worth opening. You know what? Can we get food out of this? No food. Okay, let's open these up as well. One gives us more dust. Chance at legendary, which I don't believe I've ever gotten one on this account. I might have gotten one on the other account finally. And I've done hundreds and hundreds of these, so I'm not expecting anything, but let's quickly do that while we're here. I'll certainly take the dust. Just gonna, might as well do those right now. I got so many things to do. So much to clean up. It's like cleaning a house. Who wants to go through and clean a house when you don't do a good job taking care of it? For all you at home, that's certainly a recommendation. Keep a clean house, keep a clean car, keep everything clean by cleaning it up as you go. Don't leave it for later. That is what I do, but for some reason I did not do that in this game, so now my quote-unquote house is a complete and utter mess. So I just need to spend a bunch of time to go in and clean it up one of these days. Alright, we got 9 left. It takes a lot longer when I keep breaking things apart. I know I will never use any of these if they're uncommon. I have so many uncommons, so many rares, so many epics. One of the things I'm going to start doing, let's take a quick look at that when these 4 are open. Ooh, there we go. Finally a rare. I'll keep it just because it looks pretty. Alright. We'll break it up later because I have much betters of those. Break, yes, go. We got 2 left, okay. Ooh, purple, very nice, I'll take it. That actually is going to tie into what I was just going to talk about. Alright, so, okay. Taking a quick look at our inventory, let's just poke there. Look at that, we got a bunch of legendaries. Tons of them are the damage dealing ones, which I don't really want. Armor, we have quite a few as well. And these, we don't have quite as many, but still quite a few. Breaking those up, you get a lot of dust. You can take that dust to level up your gems. And look at all these purples. Purples, every time I break up a purple, I can make a legendary. Even if I make something trashy, I can break it apart, get lots of dust. So let me look across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across the 1, 2, 3, 7. That one's almost full. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 28, 29 purples there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 42. There's a 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. I forgot the number I said before. So it's around 70, whatever. Here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 35, 38, and there's 43. So over 100 purple weapons. Can break all of those up, convert those into 10 legendaries, even if they're not useful, I break everything up. I think I got like 56. Let me see if I break apart. No, it's not telling me what I want. I certainly don't want to do that. This is where it's going to tell me. Gems, recycle an orange, use. Just one. So 65 orange dust. And if I'd have those 10 times 65, that's 650 orange dust. And let's go real quick to gems, enhance, take a purple just because, use. We're just going to use one of these. I realize there's a better way to do that. So 4,200. Of course, my memory's not working. I don't remember. So 4,200. I gotta get to level 30 on this, but whatever. So 4,200 for each of the orange dust. And I was going to be. How many do we get for breaking up one? I forgot. 52? Weapon. Break apart. You're not going to. I know. This one. Break apart. That's not what I wanted, is it? Nope. This one is what I wanted. Gems. Recycle. Orange. Use. 1. Okay. 65. So 65, 650 is what I would have of dust, and each of those are worth 4,200. 650, 200, 6.5 million. That's like a buttload, right? 6 was 650 times 1,000, 6.5 million, 30, 26. That's like 30 million in XP. I mean, that's huge. That's going to give me some. I could go to some reds. I could go to a lot of purples. So it gives me a lot of options. So I need to start cleaning that up and using them and building up this power. Even if my team is not going up, that's the stuff I can do in the background. At one point when I put them up there, my squad power is just going to shoot up. If I fully maxed everything right now, I think I'd be like 2.85. Yeah, for me, that's great, but that's not really competitive to anything. I faced a guy today that was 6.5 million. Obviously, I'm never going to get there or nowhere in the near future, but if I get up to 3.5, that puts me comparable to a lot of people. But to do that, I need to get these gems going. So that is the primary focus of the direction of this team. And I will experiment on that with QCRunner as well. Not QCRunner, Go Cubs Go. Because that is actually not perfect ideal gem bay build, but it's close. And I think I could take advantage and turn it into a squad that will allow me to get pretty close to 20 of 20 on gem bay every time. And that is my goal of that account for sure. So, all right, with that, we'll stop running our mouth about things and goals and directions. But that is where we are after this event. We made it pretty well. We got some legendary items. We got stronger. We got all the runes. We got the legendary artifact. We got some purple shards, some purple gems. Didn't spend too many diamonds. The biggest downside to all that was we were fairly close to getting our 3 months of free to play, which would allow us to get the 22,000 gems package. So we missed out on that. So we will potentially start that again. But once this premium runs out, it's going to hurt not having premiums. I don't know if I'm going to want to consider going to premium again. Let's see, what does that cost? Way more than I want to consider. Renew 30 days for $5. That's not ridiculous, but still, yeah, you get spoiled for sure when you start going to premium. Yeah, we'll revisit that again. And oh no, I do not want to buy anything. Yeah, we'll revisit that again when the 12 days comes up. So, all right. With that said, that is enough. Drop a like, drop a comment, keep the discussions going. I apologize for not being able to respond as quickly as I normally will in the future. Again, my schedule, we're down to the last week of craziness, and I think things will settle down. So I've seen a few comments on some of the posts or some of the videos. I certainly appreciate that. I will respond to them as quickly as I can, and I know that a couple of you asked some questions and are looking for advice on how to power up and how to build a team, and I am going to be giving my feedback on that. So if anybody else has any questions or comments or suggestions for others, respond in the comments, add your questions in the comments, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. So with that said, this is QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.